You are 12 years old in 1919, Birmingham. Your first big decision isn't about school. It's about whether you carry a razor blade sewn inside your flat cap or go home hungry. You choose the blade. You choose the streets. And just like that, you are no longer a boy. Different cities, same rule. Money climbs, blood spills downward. If you understand that rule, like this video and subscribe to POV Origin, because you're about to see how empires calculate human life. Level 1. Aaron the boy. Salary, £1.50 a week. Wrist, broken ribs. You run messages between betting shops. Your shoes are wet. Always wet. Rainwater mixed with horse manure. You memorize odds whispered behind pub doors. Warm spray hits your cheek. Iron smell of meh. In New York, a Mafia associate collects protection money $25 per shop per week. Level 3. Trusted Enforcer. Salary, £7. Weekly plus 10% from illegal bookmaking. Sometimes £43 in a single brown envelope. Risk, 5 years in prison. Now you don't just swing, you coordinate. 3 men at the front, 2 at the back alley. Timing, precise. Meanwhile, the Mafia formalizes hierarchy. Associate, soldier, capo, and underboss. You start realizing something dangerous. The Peaky Blinders rely on charisma. The Mafia relies on structure. Structure survives bullets. Charisma doesn't always. If you want more brutal truths like this, like and subscribe to POV Origin. Here's what civilians don't know. The technical deep dive. Money laundering isn't just hiding cash. It's chemistry. Paper trails shift. Percentages shrink. Authorities drawn in numbers. That's how you make crime look like commerce. Like and subscribe to POV Origin if you're starting to see the math behind the myth. Level 4. Expansion. Salary. £300 a month. From racetracks and protection. Risk. Political assassination. You smell cigar ash soaked into velvet curtains across the ocean. Mafia families control docks, unions, and judges. A dock strike disappears with $5,000 slipped quietly into the right pocket. The difference becomes clear. The Peaky Empire grows fast, emotional, personal. The Mafia grows slow, cold, intergenerational. One is a wildfire. The other is concrete. Subscribe to POV Origin. Because wildfires burn out. Level 5. International conflict. Salary. £2,000 per shipment of weapons moved discreetly. Risk. Death by foreign hit squad. You think expansion means victory. It means visibility. The Mafia answers. Challenges with contract fixed price. $25,000 for a confirmed hit. Half upfront, half on proof. No speeches. No theatrics. Just logistics. You realize something ugly. Romanticized crime stories lie. Most deaths happen in silence in parked cars, with engines still running. If that realism hits harder than fiction, like and subscribe to POV Origin. And then it happens. The emotional scar. Level 6. Retaliation. Salary. £0. That month, risk everything. You lose someone. Not a soldier. Family. The room smells like hospital disinfectant and fading perfume. Money on the bedside table. Pound. 5,000. Stacked neatly worthless. Across the Atlantic. Mafia families follow Omerth's silence. No crying publicly. No revenge without approval. The structure keeps order, but it also suffocates grief. You learn the worst truth. Cash cannot resurrect. Power cannot reward. Like and subscribe to POV Origin if you understand that some losses. Print. Permanent debt on the soul. Level 7. Political infiltration. Salary. £10,000 monthly. Through shell companies and government contracts. Risk. Life sentence. You wear tailored suits now. The fabric is soft. Too soft for hands that once held blades. The Mafia controls unions, controlling cities, controlling elections, influence compounds, like interest. Every favor owed multiplies. But you also see paranoia bloom wiretaps in 4 months. A single flipped soldier dismantles decades. Empires built on silence fall by whispers. Stay with POV Origin, like, subscribe. Because we are nearing the paradox. Level 8. War. Salary. Millions flowing through. Shipping. Alcohol. Narcotics. Risk. Federal crackdown. You thought peaky ferocity was unmatched. But Mafia wars turn neighborhoods into battlegrounds. Cars explode. Headlines scream. Senators promised reform. You sit in a dim office, counting $347,890 in a steel safe. Yet your hands trembled more now than when you earned £1.50. Because scale magnifies consequences. The higher you climb, the thinner oxygen becomes. Like and subscribe to POV Origin if you feel that altitude sickness creeping in. Level 9. Control. Salary. $2.4 million. Annually diversified across fronts. Risk. Internal betrayal. You command rooms with silence. People wait for your nod. But here's the secret. Civilians never grasp. At the top, you own nothing. The structure owns you. Meetings at midnight. Decisions about lives before breakfast. Every handshake could conceal a wire. Every smile could hide ambition. In Peaky style, loyalty flows from blood. In Mafia code, loyalty flows from oath. But both can snap. Subscribe to POV Origin, because snapping sounds louder at the top. Level 10. The Endgame. Official salary. Immeasurable. Real cost. Isolation. You are older now. The cold smoke of Birmingham replaced by imported cigars and polished marble. Or maybe you stayed local and buried rivals under English rain. Either way, you won. Territories secured. Accounts swollen. Enemies silent. And yet, you sit alone, listening to the faint buzz of an electric light. Remembering rain in your shoes. Remembering that first blade back when fear was honest. Now it's constant, invisible. You built an empire strong enough to rival the Mafia structure. But in doing so, you became trapped inside it. Here's the full circle. As a boy, you chose the blade to avoid hunger. As a kingpin, you hunger for the simplicity of being nobody. The Mafia survives generations because individuals sacrifice identity to the system. The picky rise fast because individuals burn bright. But both roads and the same power isolates. Wealth corrodes, and survival demands pieces of your humanity until nothing recognizable remains. You started at £1.50 a week. Maybe you ended at millions. But the ledger doesn't balance because there's no column for sleepless nights. No receipt for lost family. No refund for paranoia. That's the paradox. You win the war and lose yourself. And as the screen fades, you realize the real battle was never Peaky Blinders versus the Mafia. It was you versus the version of yourself that believed power would make you safe. If this story left a mark, like and subscribe to POV Origin, because the next identity shift might be yours.